Hey everyone, I'm AdamHarry with the one and only
Business Goatboy.
Business Goatboy. He came straight from work because we got the Space Wolf Codex. I feel like I should grow my beard out even more for this one, man.
I wish I could grow a mustache part that and I'd make you like a dirty pirate. So
You do have the dirty pirate mustache.
It's really good.
It's not good.
It does. Why it holds soup, but it makes it dirty. It's just worse.
It's not good. But we do have the Space Wolf Codex. We're going to be going through. We also have the index just for reference to show off some stuff. Today in this video, we're going to go through the units, which is basically cover the army lists in the book. There's a lot of stuff that we've seen before. There's one new unit.
Is it in?
Yeah, the Wolfin, the Dreadknot.
No, there's another one.
There's another one too. So there's a couple of new things in here.
It's not. It brings it more in line with how Marines work.
Yes.
So then this makes sense why this unit is now there. I mean, you've seen one in the box set already.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. But we've got all the Primaris. We've got all the Space Wolf, the traditional Space Wolf stuff. We have some extra stuff from the Space Marines that are now in the book too, like the Storm.
The flyer.
Yeah.
All the flyers. The Scout.
The Scout Bikers are in there now.
Scout Bikers and the Scout Speeder.
Yeah. The Typhoon. Or no, not Typhoon. The Land Speeder. Yes, that one.
The Repulsor that is only Primaris allowed.
Yep. Only Primaris transport available. Contemptors. I know.
Contemptors. One of the other.
All the Terminators' armors are in there too.
All the Terminators' armors are in there.
Basically, like if you had Burning of Prospero or Betrayal at Calth, and you wanted to have like Space Wolves,
and you had a lot of extra wolf pelts and wolf stuff, you can make
all that stuff
Space Wolves.
So that said, let's go ahead and dive in here. We're gonna cut straight to the units. One of the first things we noticed when we were flipping through the book itself is there are a ton of HQ choices in this book.
Oh my god! It's full to the brim. I mean, the same type of thing. You got a Logan, Grim, Nair.
Logan's back in both forms, like a Dragon Ball Z character.
He's got his Santa Claus already down the chimney.
Yeah.
And Santa Claus coming to your chimney. And the big thing is they still keep their 2+ save on both of them.
Yeah, because the previous version was 2 power level higher and only had a 3-up save on the Storm Rider, aka the Santa Claus mobile.
AKA, why do I have 2 extra wounds on this and now you can target me? But hey, whatever. I mean, that's just, that's tomato.
I think you have a preference there on foot versus riding around.
I mean, yeah, you usually always want him on foot, but he's not that exciting. I mean, he's
a little cheaper, power level wise. Stat-wise, pretty much identical, except for the 2-up save now. I think all of his attacks are pretty much the same.
He didn't change. Like GW said in their little preview that they went through what people have told them, and there isn't a huge shift from Index to this. It just, other than points are more in line with their Space Marine. Yeah, which means that's the Space Marine points. Even though we think some things need to be changed, they're more in line with there, especially
because let's be honest, you've dabbled in the Space Wolves. I know Space Goats.
It's
Oh, well, before we get into it any further, overall, how are you feeling about this book? Because I can tell from your face, you're kind of like, eh.
Well, I mean, so the problem is that where are Marines at right now? So you have any Marines. So you have Blood Angels, or as I call it, Slam Captain.
Slam Captain Marine. Because
the Scouts are just there to get you 5 command points.
Right,
it's just Slam Captains, and I play with them too. And so that's really the meat and bones of that codex. Nothing else is, which is really frustrating.
Yeah. And just for perspective, again, Thomas is our tournament.
Yeah,
he's our tournament. He's coming from that angle of it. I'm coming from it as a Space Wolves have been my bane since like 5th edition. So those long fangs, man, I still have nightmares.
I think the only true flat Marine book that's good as a straight you take normal Marines is Death Watch.
Just straight Marine Death Watch because their veterans are really good.
Well, the veterans are good. I mean, you can take a bunch of Storm Bolters, you can take combat weapons, you can take frag cannons are good. They all have chain swords. So I mean,
You're not making it sound too exciting to play Space Wolves, Thomas. But there are some good stuff, and there's some good stuff.
I mean, there's stuff. I mean, the Thunderwolves are still Thunderwolves. The Thunder characters are still Thunderwolves.
Can't you take a crap load of dogs now too? If you
do dogs, and there's some leadership mitigation inside the sagas and everything else that allows you to mitigate. So basically, your dogs do become the chaff you need, the blocking, everything else. Yeah, yeah. So, but I mean, it's like, you know, like I said, you'll probably see on my Monday. I think the army I'm looking in my head is called Wave of Fur, or it's the you know, or I'll make some kind of bad furry joke.
Oh no,
of some sort. But that's kind of what I see it as, and so I mean, it's again the iteration of 8th, which is the continuation from 7th, and as well as continuation of 6th, is that troops don't mean a whole lot other than finding a way. Other than the way finding a way to activate command points to allow your stuff to go as the 8S, as the Jay-Z Beyonce song. Crowd going 8, you know, and everything else. Like, your slam captain's attacking twice, jumping in there, doing stuff. I mean, the only way they're fed is because that, or That's So Raven, That's So Raven, Castellan.
Yeah.
That's So Raven. Castellan always re-rolling all ones to shoot the entire game. That's how you're feeding these, you know, these command point shenanigans, or these command point, you know, nonsense. And so that's
where we're at right now.
That's where we're at right now in the competitive scene, which is, you know, frustrating. Like, you have Chaos getting Tide of Traitors nerf means that their normal command point sync is not there anymore. So a few armies are like, oh, we'll just cast spells at you. So it's just, I mean, I wanted more Saga stuff. I wanted more Aura stuff. I wanted them to do like they did with Knights, where you have multiple Warlord traits doing active auras off each other. I really like the Knight Codex. I think that was the best of the newest ones they've done by far.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see more of that in here. But hey, you know what? Not everyone can have...
Not everyone can be a Knight.
Not everyone can be a Knight. But let's go talk. So we have...
So yeah, back to the Space Wolves now that you got to vent a little bit here.
That's not really venting. I'm trying to be a more positive individual, and I don't want you to always be sad. But let's see.
Logan's a little cheaper.
Logan's cheaper.
Got the 2-up save. Real fast, the abilities. Still has the other abilities here. He's
still the same
Great
thing.
Wolf and that stuff. High King of Fenris.
Like if this thing went down to 10 wounds or 9 wounds on it, and basically was allowed.
You're talking the Storm Rider.
But yeah, it might be interesting because it's like there's some neat stuff you can do. It can do a lot of attacks, and it's pretty rough. You know, it has extra attacks. So I wish they would have kept it that way. Then they would have had no like degrading kind of thing. And
you know, as a person with tyrants who fly, I feel your pain. Because I know exactly what you're talking about.
You should probably feel more of the pain that you only have, you know, the 6 I painted or the 5 I painted for someone now. No, 6. I painted 6.
I built those.
He built them. I painted them. 6 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, but now that they're, you know, they can be targeted. So I know where they're coming from. But anyway, Logan gets shot on the Storm Rider, so you prefer the on-foot version.
If you're going to take him, I would say on foot, but I think there's other things you would take as a HQ. He's no longer the... linchpin of the old style of the army that you had before.
Now, there's also, like we said, that's just the first character. Arjax Rothfuss is back. He's still got the hammer time, right? He can still throw the hammer.
I think he can still throw the hammer, and he's the same thing. Teleport strike.
The thunder faux hammer, has a shooting attack still.
12 inches.
Yep. What's cool about that though is when it hits characters or monsters, it has a flat 3 damage instead of D3. Yeah, but just a flat 3. Oh, that's pretty mean. And it's still strength 10.
Yeah, it's still 10. Yeah, it's still beef stick. Then you have Bjorn.
Bjorn the Fell-Handed is still here.
Yeah,
still rocking Dreadnought.
And the rumor is it might be the Wolf time.
That's right. Oh yeah, lore-wise, we'll touch on that real fast. Yeah. Null and Bjorn were talking. I think it's Wolf time, bro.
Hey, it's Wolf time. So imagine the Wolf time is like this. It's time to party. So it's like a bunch of midriff shirts, like
with like a moon in the background, and they're just like ooh.
They're like drinking
Kool-Aid,
Shasta. I don't know, something else. I don't know.
I don't know.
Whatever they're drinking. Mead.
Has Bjorn changed a whole bunch?
He's 12. He's still like. Why does this guy have 8 wounds and the Logan on the sled has 12? I don't know. I think he's pretty much 14. Like, he went down 2
power level. Still has all the same, like, Ancient Tactician, right? Still has that.
Last Company of the Rust, Ancient Technician,
yeah,
Legendary Tenacity, Smoke Launchers.
He explodes now. That's new.
Oh yeah, he didn't explode before.
He didn't explode before.
Yeah, he explodes now.
But he's still Bjorn.
He's still Bjorn. I mean, it's the same thing he had before.
Yeah. By the way, too, the captain equivalents are also in this book. So captains being the guys that have the aura of the reroll ones to hit.
Yeah.
For friendly Space Wolves, and then there's also the lieutenants, which we'll get to, the battle leaders. Those guys all have the +1 not +1. Reroll ones to wound. So
yes, and of course they have
the reroll ones to wound, reroll ones to hit, or the captain lieutenant equivalents.
And the big thing is the new stuff in there is that they have Primaris versions of all of it, and that's the big new thing. It's what you expected anyway. It's not from in here, but it's like all like Primaris this, Primaris that.
Yeah. So
maybe they could have called
Stormcaller's back. He's also got the 2 different variants, the Power Armor regular and Terminator Armor. Rune Priests are still hanging around. They have Terminator variants of that too. There are now Primaris Rune Priests, so that's a new unit. So that one still has the same basic abilities.
It's just the primary. It's Primaris version
with the Psychic Hood.
All the Rune Priests have the ability to take a jump pack. So that's the other thing. You have Ulrich the Slayer.
Yep, Ulrich's still here.
Same Wolf Priest and Terminator
Armor. It's got the Slayer's Oath. Which was the same, I believe.
You can reroll all felt hit rolls and fight face for friendly space with units within 6 model.
Yeah.
If they slay an enemy character, you can have 1 any wound rolls to make the fight for any face within 6 inches. So he kills something.
Yeah.
They have wound. I mean, there's going to be, like, you already saw the space with special rule, the +1 to hit.
The honor,
I mean, you're going to have
hunters, whatever.
They're always
they're going to be hitting a lot.
They're going to be hitting on 2s. They're basically going to be re-rolling the hits.
I think Space Wolves are going to hit a lot.
Yeah, they're just
just straight up with a captain nearby, rerolling 1s, and then getting a +1 to hit. They're just going to hit a lot. Now, whether or not they're going to do damage, it's a whole other thing. But
yeah, I think the +2 wound is better, just because you want the roll that does an effect to be the roll you want the ability to be done on, because you'll have more successes with that. The roll that happens before that allows you to create the rolls that do effects, that matters less. I mean, sure, it's gonna be great they hit a lot, but you know, when they're wounding on 6s, it's like, okay, you know.
That's a whole math argument. And
well, it's something it's arguing we see all the lines, and you always want your rule to be whatever effect the roll, whatever affects the roll that does something to you. That's where the power is of any kind of effect to it. So, like, Exalted Champions for Chaos, allowing rerolls to wound is huge because it completely messes up the math. That's why Veteran of the Long War completely messes up the math, because it basically takes something that would only wound very little and also puts it in this level that you can start doing this larger amount of math. You know, it affects the math.
There's the math behind it. We won't get into that.
You have Primaris Wolf Priests, and Wolf Priests, they still heal someone in there. So
is it just a 1 wound, or is it
D3 wounds?
D3 wounds.
So I mean, it could be interesting. Like there's some aspect of ability to do something, and then they reroll. They can reroll hits in the friendly fight phase for space. So that's pretty good. I mean, like I said, in the Wave of Fur list I'm talking about, there's lots of use of those priests around to either heal up.
Because the Wolf Priest is the chaplain equivalent.
The chaplain with a healing ability, and they can take a jump hack. So basically, they can keep up with the movement and basically be able to haul butt as they move around the tabletops, which I think is really good. You've got Ragnar.
Ragnar's back. Ragnar Blackmane's back, and same with Crom Dragon Gaze, who was part of the Stormclaw box.
He's
a couple years back.
Yeah, he's that Stormclaw, and he has that axe. I think I traded mine away. I think someone. I had 2 and nothing else. And then there's Harald Deathwolf.
Harald is from which box set? He's a
fine cast model.
Fine cast, that's right. He was a Thunderwolf cap, dude.
Right, so he's the Thunderwolf captain they made as a Thunderwolf captain separate, and they just gave a name. And he's still pretty good. I expect him to show up because he's also a way to do the reroll friendly of 1. You have the normal Wolf Lord,
which is actually a new unit from the Index. So there was a Wolf Lord on a Thunderwolf, but I could not find. I looked.
There's no Wolf Lord?
There's no regular Wolf Lord. in the HQ slot.
There was one.
I didn't see him earlier when I was flipping around. Yeah, Wolf Guard. There's Wolf Guard, but there wasn't a Wolf Lord. Maybe the Wolf Lord was in the chapter approved, but
I thought it was in there. I don't know.
But yeah, there wasn't. I didn't see a Wolf Lord battle leader. There's the one on the Thunder Wolf.
That one in Terminator armor? Oh, you're
nope.
right.
Yeah, there wasn't one on Terminator armor. There wasn't a regular one. So I found that out. I was like, that's weird. So you can actually take a Wolf Lord. That's the captain equivalent. So your generic, Wolf Lord captain guy. Power level 5. He's a Marine captain.
He's a captain. He's a reroll.
Yeah. He's a Jarl of Fenris. So he's got that going for him. He still has the ability to go on a Thunderwolf.
Right.
He still can, and now he can go on Terminator armor or cataphracting armor as well. So again, like we said, if you have Betrayal at Calth or Burning of Prospera, if you have those, and you have all those Space Wolf stuff.
It is interesting. In Wolf Lord and Cataphract armor, it has a 3-up invulnerable save.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need a Storm Shield now, so that's pretty interesting. So basically, you can make him close combat and still has it.
And the reason they did that is because they have the new Primaris Wolf Lord, who's in the upcoming box, Tooth and Claw, and Wolf Lord in Gravis armor. Again, Gravis armor is the beefier Primaris Terminator-esque armor.
I wish I could put a Primaris Wolf Lord on a Thunder Wolf.
I wish that you could put Primaris anything in a transport other than a repulsor.
I wish the Primaris guy could have the backpacks with Inceptors and jump around that way, which would be awesome.
Yeah, so I wish we had a whole unit of guys in Gravis armor that were like close combat dudes. But there, I can keep going. Canis Wolfborn.
Hey, Canis is in there.
So you can have 2 characters on Thunderwolves now. Other than the generic dudes.
So the cool thing on Canis is that his ability to give an extra teeth and claws attacks or crushing teeth and claws attacks in the fight phase for guys around him within 6 inches. I expect him in, again, the wave of fur that I'm talking about. He's going to be in there because basically he's going to able to activate these units and start getting these dogs with 3 attacks, rerolling 1s. They're strength 4 -1 rend, which is pretty good. So they can just causing stacks of damage and hope for it.
Pretty nasty stuff.
And then you can they can also reroll. He also rerolls rolls of 1 for wounds as well, which is also pretty good for friendly Space Wolves.
So real fast too, and we're still in HQs, by the way.
so
many.
Well, it's that whole problem I have again with Space Marines, and we talked before, is that the Codex is very bloated in general with a bunch of stuff, and then you just don't see it. And so you're like, I do expect a Marine Redux book to come out, and maybe they'll split it.
I don't even want to think about that. There's a lot of stuff in the... Anyway, Wolfguard Battle Leaders are back. Again, those are the Lieutenant equivalents. Right. And there's the Primaris version of that. There's the Terminator armor version of that. There's a Thunderwolf version of that. Then we get to the Iron Priest, which are the final HQ.
And they don't have a Thunderwolf version in here of that. Since the Index has one with it, most likely people will still be playing the Index and utilize the point cost from the Index. But they're not like it used to be, where you saw a bunch of them running around as extra elite characters through their...
See, Wolf Priest on a bike is here. Wolf Priest on Terminator armor. Wolf Priest, where was it at? Yeah, Wolfguard Battle Leader.
And then
Iron Priest, Cyberwolf. Yeah, Wolfin. There's a ton of stuff going on. Real fast, I want to count this because that was funny. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
Then with Index, Thunderwolf, Bike,
28.
That's 31 HQ.
Woo!
31 HQ.
31 HQs. We might have a new record.
Yeah,
for HQs.
I'm like even adding the... Oh no, add a Wolf Lord on Bike, because that's 33. 33, yeah, 33.
we'll come back
34.
We'll double check that, but...
Rune Priest, Wolf Priest.
It's a lot.
Then like Wolf Lord...
some of those are doubled up, so, from the Index.
Well, the Index is Rune Priest on Bike, Wolf Priest on Bike, Tech Marine on Bike, Wolf Lord on Bike, Iron Priest on Bike, Wolf Lord on Bike, Wolfguard Battle Leader on Bike.
You get the idea. Troops.
Someone's riding dirty.
Blood Claws. Blood Claws are back. They still hit on 3's weapon skill, hit on 4's ballistic skill. Again, these are the fresh recruits.
Yeah, and the same thing. They're headstrong. They have that ability. They also want to charge someone. They can be mixed unit.
Yeah, the Berserk Charge is interesting because it's this is a unit that if they are was it this one or
well, in the term when they make
headstrong?
When they make a successful charge, they get an extra attack on there.
Headstrong is if they're within range to charge, they have to declare a charge.
Yeah.
So attempt to charge unless they have a Wolf Guard pack leader guy with them. Yeah. Yeah, unless you can see the Wolf Guard pack leader or Wolf Guard Terminator pack leader, or are within 6 inches of a Wolf Guard, then that unit has to declare a charge.
And
which can get you into trouble.
Yeah, and basically they have get +1 attack if they actually get the charge off. They have a chainsword, and then they're going to be hitting on 2s because they start base 3. So they'll hit a lot.
They'll hit a lot, and they can have up to how many models in this unit? I think 10. There's 5 base, 5 additional plus, or up to 10 more. And then you can also include a Wolf Guard power leader.
So 15 total.
16.
16.
You can also, so 6. You can have a unit of 16 dudes, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of different options too. The Wolf Guard guy can take a Storm Bolter, things like that. So that's your big massive dudes. Grey Hunters.
I think Grey Hunters are still pretty decent since they have they can have a Wolf Center that's reroll 1s for any kind of move or charge. They can be mixed.
Yeah.
They have they can have some decent weapons, and they also they're again chainsword, everything else. So they're going to come in and they'll do some damage, and they can also with True Grit with their bolter stratagem do bolter damage. So they're not bad. Like it's not a bad shipment. I think point wise, I think they're 13. So they're not bad. It's just that there's no troops that cost 13 points are super good. Any troop that's good is costing 3 to 5, and so this is a problem. like if Grand just costed 5 points, people would take them because it'd be great. Or if they cost 3 points, it's just.
But they cost 13.
They cost 13, which is where they need to be based on what they have. This is not an issue of is this is point wise? I was like.
But Grey Hunters are not the all-stars that they used to be.
Yeah, make troops great again.
I don't know about that, but I just remember a couple editions ago, Grey Hunters were like the end-all, be-all.
Oh, yeah, I love that they did everything I need to. They counter-assaulted, they shot bullets like crazy.
Yep.
They were
good in close combat.
They were the best troop.
You could take special weapon. Like they were the ultimate troop, and now they're back in line with Marines. So welcome to the club.
Yeah, and then hey, you got it. Hey, you get Wolf Intercessors. Or actually, they didn't call them Wolf Intercessors. They call them Intercessors. They should have called them.
They should have called them Wolf Intercessors. But you do have Intercessors now, which are Primaris Intercessors.
And I like Primaris. I think they're all right. I think their gun is good because the range just keeps people away.
But that's all the troop options.
I wish you'd give them chainsaws.
Right?
Good.
3. There's 3 troop options. The Intercessors, Blood Claws, and Grey Hunters.
So from a plethora of HQ choices to a teeny tiny bit.
28 in the book HQs, 3 troops.
That's all right.
3 troops. Wolf Scouts are elite because that's how the Wolf. They're reversed from the other chapters. So like the old dudes are Wolf Scouts.
They again, it might be interesting to start talking about them with the speeder. It could be interesting with them.
Yeah.
Just because they can get around and move around with it. But again, I wish they were a troop choice. That maybe something might be worthwhile.
But they've always been the more elite option. And then Reavers are also an elite option for them too, which is kind of interesting to think about. Just from a lore standpoint, because you have the Wolf Scouts who are always the old dudes,
right? And
then you got the Reavers who are like the new Primaris guys, but they're also Scouts. So I don't know. It's kind of a weird.
It's very weird. Like it's like say Primaris Wolf Lord is very weird for me. It's like a Wolf Lord has been around for a long time, and they got the respect of it. So did they take a Wolf Lord and?
Did they make another chapter or a company of Primaris dudes?
Did they just like power up a Wolf Lord? Be like, all right, dude, you're gonna become a Primaris Wolf Lord.
Yeah, hit him with the go-go juice.
It doesn't go there.
Other elites, again, the Reavers haven't changed a whole lot.
Same thing. They have aggressors. Same thing as well.
Interestingly enough, they have servitors though.
Well, they have servitors because Iron Priest will have.
Right. I find that weird, but it's a thing that you can do. I want to note too. There's some exceptions for like later on with the abilities servitors. Just because they're Space Wolves, they don't get them though.
Yeah, that's it. Lucas the Trickster, you know, the guy with the
Stasis.
He's like, hey, what's up, yo? You know, he kind of like his hands out in the air. It's Lucas. I mean, there's nothing else really. It's the same thing as Last Laugh. You know, you can they instead of like locking and killing, so he does D6 mortal wounds. I wish it was just a flat 6, just so it'd be like
gotcha!
Done. Because I mean, you still have to roll off to see if that doesn't happen. You know, so
yeah, it's a little bit. It's not as brutal as previously, where if he died and won the roll, you died too.
Yeah.
So
it should just be 6 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
Come on, GW.
No way, man. He was a jerk. Good job.
Yeah,
I hated
D6.
him. Wolfin Dreadknot. This is the new unit.
This is This is a new unit since it's a rework of the Blizz Shield Dreadnought.
Oh yeah.
They basically just made it into an actual unit and then gave it an extra ability. It has a swipe, which I think is pretty cool. So
yes,
a scythe, so it gets 2 attacks for every one. So it come in with 8 attacks.
Oh yeah. Real quick, talk about this Dreadnought. Movement 8, weapon skill 3, BS of 5. So whatever. Strength 6, tough 7, 8 wounds, 4 attacks. 3 up armor save. It comes standard with a Forensian Great Axe, a Great Wolf Claw, and a Stormbolter. So this is the guy that's decked out.
Shield.
Well, he's got the claw and the axe, no shield. Now I think you can swap out the shield with a Blizzard Shield and a Stormbolter. So you can put the shield on this model, but he comes standard, ready for close combat.
I wish they just had a keyword of character. If it had a keyword of character, then we'd be talking about this, because this thing would be pretty baller. Because you'd be like, I could hide behind lines of guys, and all of a sudden it's like, you charge my friends, no, and run another.
Yeah.
Or if you had like a Wolfin aura off of him, like this is all little things. It's like, well, you put Wolf in the name, make him
do some Wolfin stuff.
You know, put a.
Do you want to talk about that Great Axe like you mentioned?
Yeah, so the glass has
it has two attack modes.
So again, it's the same thing where they're like kind of like how they did with an Armager, and they're like, you know what? Yeah, 4 attacks is pretty bunk. Let's make it double its attacks up when it's attacking weenie dudes.
Right. So it's got the 4 attacks base with a cleave as an option. That's the 4 attacks, -1 to hit, but those are strength 10. AP -3, D6 damage, pretty brutal. But the scythe attack is the one that
which is strength user, which was decent, -3 AP and flat 1 damage, but it does 2 attacks. So this guy's going to come in hitting on 2s, most likely rolling with a friend, hitting 8 attacks, and if there's someone else near there to reroll wounds, which isn't that hard to do either, you reroll wounds, and now all of a sudden he's like, I'm doing 6, 7 wounds, and it's -3. I mean, there's not a whole lot that's going to happen.
Yeah. He's relatively cheap, 8 power levels. So.
Yeah, so he's not high.
Great Company Ancient, which again is the
banner
guy. That guy's not new. Primaris Ancient's not. I mean,
it's the same thing as Marine One. You basically on a guy dies and you're on a 4, they get to shoot again.
Yeah. Great Company Champion is another elite choice.
Or they make a single attack in the 5 phase, which is all right. Great Company Champion.
Yeah. That's not super different from.
It's a veteran. The veteran. It's a veteran champion, so it's a Great Company champion.
Yeah.
So again,
you just hit on a 2-up for weapon skill because there's.
But hey, when it charges, it hits on a 2-up still.
Oh yeah. That's cool. I guess.
He has a Mastercraft Power Sword, so he doesn't get anything. He has to make heroic inventions, and you can reroll failed hit rolls for models and target a character.
Cool.
Yeah.
There's also the Wolf Guard, which were the guys that you could put in Terminator armor and all that fun stuff, or in previous editions.
They have ability to take jump packs right away, and I think the Index has them out. You can take bikes on them in the Index, so I'm guessing that's staying the same cost as the Index.
Yeah.
For bikes.
Well, I think there might be some other changes, but
no.
Well, he's got jump packs there, and then Terminator options. So maybe if you want to put them on bikes,
you have to take the Index. I think the Index still have it. They're the same thing.
Wolfguard Terminators still there. The Dreadnought's not new. That's the same. Wolfguard Cataphractii Terminators are technically new in the book, but you just have access to Cataphractii armor now, and that's the same.
And they have the other armor, which is
Tartaros.
What's tartar sauce?
Tartar sauce. That's the invuln save with 4-up. What? Right? It's the better invuln.
No, they have a 5 invuln. The other ones have a Tardos, or no, the other ones are.
Cataphractii have the
4 invuln when they're slower. These guys are faster.
That's right. The Tartaros are faster. Still 2 up save, 2 up, 5 up, but they're slightly faster. So I do like that the Terminator options are in there now, so it's kind of cool. Venerable Dreadnought hasn't changed too much. I think he explodes now, and
you can take a Blizzard Shield as well.
Yep.
I wish
you want to run your pods of Dreadnoughts, go get them.
Talons. They put a Contemptor in there.
Yep, the Contemptor and the
Redemptors
are in there. So Contemptor Dreadnoughts, again, that's kind of a throwback to the Burning of Prospero sets. If you bought that, started the Space Wolf Heresy army, and got the continuation in Betrayal at Cal, you know what I'm saying. If you bought those sets for Heresy, you can now bring all that stuff into your modern 40k army. Redemptor Dreadnoughts in there now too, which makes sense because all the Primaris stuff's in there. Wolfin are back.
Yeah, Wolfin the same. I mean, they're another they're interesting aura on there because first one of the auras within 6 gives them ability to reroll charges. 12 inches for Blood Claws because Blood Claws are mad, and then they also give an extra additional attack within 6 inches and 12 inches for Blood Claws. They only affect infantry, biker, and cavalry. Wave of Fur. Oh. You know, so that's on there. So that's expected.
Murderfang's back and has more attacks now.
Right, so he has a flat 5 attacks. He rolls failed charges, and his attacks go up by 2 when he charges. He makes those charge.
So if he gets in there, he's gonna.
He is a force of untamed destruction, so he cannot be your warlord.
Yep. Even though, he's not a character. He is a character.
He is a character, which is good. Because it means he can hide behind stuff and he can charge up, which actually means that he's not bad in. So he might show up in Wave of Fur because I really like the idea of the Murder Fang guy, even though I think his face is real derpy. And I was like, why'd you put his face?
It's because it's William Murderface from Death Note.
I know. It's like, why'd you put your?
I know who you are.
Like he says, the little like spiky phone and everything else.
This is murder.
I'm freeballing.
Are we gonna do this? Are we gonna do this? Yeah, he's great. Skyclaws.
Same jump pack
dudes.
Jump pack Blood Claws, but they're called Skyclaws.
Yeah.
Which is kind of annoying since all the other ones say Wolfin say Blood Claw units, and they are not a. Oh no, they do. They are Blood Claw. Never mind. They have keyword Blood Claw, so they still will get those effects. That's actually okay. That's better.
And then Swift Claws are these the Primaris? No, these are bikers.
Biker ones. There is no such thing as Primaris biker. That's a rumor. That's false.
Yeah, Primaris bikers. Not in this book.
That's Custodes bikers.
Keep going. Swift Claws are the bikers. They're not new.
Swift Claw attack bikes because a bike with a bigger gun on it needs to have someone who can't shoot for crap.
Yep. What?
Yeah, because
it's only BS4. That's why.
It's like to shoot for crap.
Yep. Land speeders. We're in the fast attack section, by the way. We started with the Skyclaws, right?
The Skyclaws, yeah. Skyclaws are fast attack.
Was it James Bond Skyclaws?
The James Bond. I think went with elites.
Yep. Yep. Skyclaws, Swift Claws, Swift Claw attack bikes. Land speeders again, those are the same.
You have Inceptors, the same thing of like, why can't you put like a chainsword in this guy's arm? That would be a close combat jump pack guy. But hey, whatever. I don't make rules.
Yep. But he's got the assault belcher.
Same thing. It's
the same dude.
Same thing.
Same thing.
I mean, I think they're fine.
Thunderwolf Cav are still Thunderwolf Cav.
Same,
it up.
Same thing. Same amount of attacks. I mean, I looked at it earlier. Not really a big change.
Yeah. Their fast attacks are mean.
I mean, like I said, when you do that,
tough five,
the Wave of Fur, they're sadly not replacing Custode bikers from what's it called? Everything else.
But here's where you get to your Wave of Fur.
Yeah.
Your wolves. What do they do? Who are they? And what are
Fenris
they?
wolves.
What is your daddy? What does he do?
So it's another it's a space wolf 2 attack character. Oh, never mind. It's a beast. It's not cavalry. Those.
I've been waiting all day to shoot him down.
So that Wolfin thing doesn't work as much on them.
Ooh. That's the fur.
But Thunderwolf. But you know what? They're not. You know what? They're there just to be in the way. They're chaff. They're bubble wrap.
Yeah, I get you.
So all they're doing is bubble wrap, and so there's a saga here that allows you to make them easier to
deal with. They're fast. They
Canis still gives them extra attack with their teeth and claws.
You just can't do what you wanted to do exactly the way you wanted to do.
Yeah, I don't think I had. Oh, you can take Wolf Scout bikers.
Those are technically new in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Wolf Scouts as bikers. They're not elite now. They're fast attack though.
And they're actually okay. They're pretty fast. They're okay. They have some decent weapon set, and they actually since they're actually like the
movement 16 with with hitting on weapon skill and BS +3 is not bad at all.
Right. So they're actually not too bad. And I
tough
think,
5.
Yeah, tough 5, 2 wounds. I mean, it's a since they hit like so it's like. They don't have as armor as good as Swift Claws, but they hit better. They'll be able to shoot better, so they'll be a nice little target unit.
They're tougher and have a form save. But
you can set up behind your line so they can come up from behind and be
coming up from behind.
So kind of like a Rough Riders in the army. So that is not a bad unit.
Yeah.
You have Cyber Wolves. Which is the same as
Cybertron.
You can add. You got the 5, and they're just
they're
just more wounded wolves.
Yeah.
You know, higher tough, better armor save.
Long Fangs. We're in heavy support now. Long Fangs are back.
Same as before.
Oh yeah.
Same rules, same setup.
Same as the index version. I think they might be a little cheaper if I recall. Let me double check real fast. But yeah.
Oh yeah, you sit down and do all the points on it when I was looking at the points for it. But I think like most of everything got cheaper. It's just like more Marines. Things went down in cost. Just because that's just Long Fangs right there.
That's how they go.
Long Fangs. Oh, they went up.
They went up in power points. They might have gone down.
Well, I think a Grand is 13 points. I think they started at 13. You got Wolfy Hellblasters.
You can also do a mixed unit.
Yeah, you can be a mix. You can always took a Terminator in them.
Oh yeah. Hellblasters are there now, Primaris version. So more Primaris stuff. The Hunter, the Stalker, those vehicles are now available to Space Wolves. So congratulations.
Yeah, they got them at the dealership there.
Yep.
But
there was a deal. They got the old models.
Yeah, but they all have to be that gray. It's just a package deal, and they all have all-weather terrain tires. It's just really weird.
I think basically like
and you have to buy serious radio.
Robbie G showed up with like the Primaris protocol. I was like, oh, by the way, we got these. We got some trucks.
We got this stuff for
Hunters.
you. We signed you up for a deal. It's 6 years, 3.5% APR. You'll just pay us back.
Just pay us back. That's fine. Whirlwind Predator, all that stuff.
Same as before.
Vindicator, Land Raider Crusader. Again,
same. Like I said, it's just like Marine.
It's Marines, but with Space Wolves now. Land Raider Redeemer's in there. The Rhino, the Razorback.
I remember back in the day when Razorback, Spam, Space Wolves were everywhere. I know, I was part of the problem too.
Part of the problem.
Still part of the problem. Then I switched with Grey Knights. So it was all right. Landpeter Storm is in here, which I think is interesting to look at.
Not the Typhoon. I said Typhoon earlier. I meant the Storm.
Yeah.
They're all weather phenomenal. The drop pod. Don't you want to talk about drop pods and how great drop pods?
Wait. What's a drop pod? I've never seen one on the table.
Not in this edition. Repulsors are here. Again, the only transport for all those shiny new Primaris. They don't got the good stink. You got to ride in your own transport.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get in your own transport.
To have the pee all over a piano.
Apparently.
There's the Stormfang
gunship.
Gunship, the same as before.
They have the flyer, the Stormhawk Interceptor now, because they got all the Marine goodies, and then of course the Stormwolf.
Stormwolf!
Which this is the transport version, right?
This the Stormfang is...
No, it's the gunship. The Stormwolf is the transport, right?
Yes.
And guess what? It still can't carry Primaris. You don't pee good. Get over this. You get your own laboratories. That's pretty much all of the units in the book. We're gonna stop there. As you can tell, Thomas is super excited about this book. I can tell, but I mean, it's Dark Angels, but Dark Angels got all the Primaris stuff. Blood Angels got all the Primaris stuff. Space Wolves got all the Primaris stuff, and a bunch of Marine stuff. So I feel like,
I mean, it brings it in line with all the other books, which
it's good and bad, right? It's good and bad because it brings all the Marines equal, I think, but they all have their own thing now, slightly different. So you've got your Ultramarines, who are your generic Marines.
Well, the Marines have chapters, have all the chapters.
Yeah, you got your chapters. Yeah, I mean, I know, but then you've got your Dark Angels, who have plasma. That's what they love to do.
Plasma and secrets.
Plasma and secrets. Blood Angels.
Dark secrets.
Blood Angels bring the Smash Captains and the blood.
I mean,
and the Space Wolves bring the accuracy. They hit a lot.
In close combat.
In close combat. Not shooting. Those enhanced senses don't help with the bullets, the mind bullets. They do have new mind bullet abilities. We're not going to talk about that. We're talking about it next time.
I sense that I hit better.
In close combat only. Anyway, Goatboy, thanks for stopping by. I'm AdamHarry from BoLS, and this has been a quick rundown, not that quick, of the Space Wolves
of Codex. Codex.
Primaris
Fat HQ.
28 in the book, plus some index ones.
Call it what? Codex.
Codex HQ. Space HQ.
Space HQ. Spogex Supreme Command Detachment.
Codex Supreme Demand.
Supreme Demand.
Supreme Demand of Command.
Yeah.
We'll think of something. The fur's on the way. Anyway, I'm AdamHarry from BoLS. Thanks for watching. Click to subscribe. Check out more videos. And thanks for watching.